costs. Yan. Tapos natin yung explanation, no, about sa annual recovery cost tsaka sa annual depreciation cost, diba? And today, ang start natin ay example number 3. Okay, explain natin ano ba yung difference between annual depreciation cost at annual recovery cost. Basahin natin yung example number 3. The capital cost of a small portable pump is $7,000 with a lifetime of 20 years. If money can be invested at 6% annual interest rate, calculate the annual depreciation costs and the annual capital recovery and compare between the two values. Okay, so, sabi ko kahapon, lagi nyo tatandaan dito guys, pinaka-hint ay laging ang annual recovery cost. Yun lagi yung mas malaki kaysa sa ED. No? Yung annual depreciation. Dahil itong annual depreciation, lagi siyang part ng AR. No? So, ngayon, ipapakita natin paano yun nangyari. Okay, so, solution natin, no? Madali lang naman. Ang gagawin lang naman kasi natin talaga dito is kukuhanin lang natin yung ED at AR. No? Okay? Pero sa solution natin guys, kung papansin nyo, lagi tayong may explanations. No? So that mas may intindihan natin kung ano ba yung pinagagagawa natin sa solution. Ano? Okay? So in order to protect the original capital or principal, the annual depreciation costs are calculated using equation 4.12. No? Okay, so yesterday, sabi ko sa inyo, yan, isa to sa mahalagang formula. So, in order to calculate ED, okay, we are going to use that formula. So, yun lang naman yung formula natin. So, ED is equal to FO times interest over 1 plus interest raised to n minus 1. No? Which, sabi ko kahapon, itong ating FO, okay, which is our future value, no? Okay, or future worth, no? Okay. Ito din yung ating magiging principal. No? Kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo, di ba? Sa future naman, for example, bumili kayo ngayon. Let's say, bumili tayo ngayon ng small portable pump, which is worth 7,000. No? In the next 20 years, bibili ka ulit nun. Ano, so that you can replace the old portable pump. Tingnan. So, ibig sabihin, kung wala tayong binigay na present value, yung future value natin, yun yung magiging present value natin. Nagets ba guys? Na. Okay, so, huwag malilito doon. Ano? Kasi, paulit-ulit lang naman tayong bumibili ng isang equipment or machinery or isang facility na replace lang natin. So, yung value is the same. Okay? So, 7,000. Ating interest is 0.06 na. Since ito ay 6%. 1 plus 0.06 raised to 20 kasi sabi is 20 years yung ating useful life minus 1. And pag kinalkin nyo yan guys, makukuha po natin is 190.29 or pwedeng ang gawin nyo na lang dito is 191. No? Okay, i-round up nyo na lang guys, round up ha. Okay, even though it's 0.29, i-round up nyo na. Okay, so in other words, the sum of these ADs plus the interest accumulating in a sinking fund annuity will generate exactly the $7,000. Okay? So, ibig sabihin daw po, itong annuity na to, okay, every year, sa loob ng 20 years, okay, kasi meron po tayong lifetime or useful life na 20 years. Okay? If every year, mag-iipon ka or magsisave ka ng 190.29. Okay? Mare-replace mo, okay, yung yung $7,000. Sabi lang nun, in the future, in 20 years, makakabili ka ulit ng isa pang small portable pump. No? Okay? Yun yung sinasabi dito. So, what about the cost of using the capital? Provision must be made in order to create an incentive in using this investment. If this $7,000 had been deposited in a bank, it would have generated a return or interest as follows. Okay, so kung ida-deposit mo daw yung 7,000 sa bank na with an interest of 0.06 or 6%, magge-generate daw po ito ng 22,449.95 or $22,450. No, okay? So, anong ginawa natin dito, guys? No? Ang ginawa lang natin dito is we use the compounded interest formula. No, okay? So, if you're going to invest your or deposit your $7,000 in the bank with the interest of 6%, no, sa loob ng 20 years, ito daw yung ma-generate. Okay? So, since this F is the same future worth of the annuity we are looking for and developed above by equation 4.13, the value of AR is calculated directly as given by equation. So, yan. We are going to calculate AR. Na, present value natin is still 7,000. Tapos substitute the values. Kung mapapansin nyo, makukuha natin is mas malaki, which is 610.29. Or 611. Okay? So, ngayon, what's the connection? Okay? Ito guys, yung gusto kong malaman nyo, what's the connection between the compounded interest formula and the AR formula? No? Kasi may isa pa tayong AR. No? Okay? May isa pa tayong AR, which is ito. Ito. No? Okay? So you can see, meron pa tayong isang formula ng AR. No? Okay? Na ang given ay F. No? In order to calculate AR. No? Okay? If mapapansin nyo, yung nakuha nating 22,449.95 dito is pareho lang if we are going to use this formula. Itong AR na to. Okay? So, let's try. Teka. Okay, pansinin niya, ito yung formula na gagamitin natin. Makukuha natin yung 22,450. Okay? So, AR natin, di ba? Nakampitan natin yung AR. AR natin is 610.29. Mag-shift solve lang tayo dito. Okay? So, alpha x 0.06 1 plus 0.06 raised to 20 minus 1 shift solve. Okay. So you can see, we generated the same answer. Okay? We generated the same answer. So, ibig sabihin, if you are going to use the formula AR, okay, mas malaki yung makukuha mong future value. Okay, mas malaki kaysa sa makukuha mo na future value when you are going to use AD. Kasi ang ma-generate mo lang sa AD, guys, is yung pinaka-capital mo. Okay? But in the usage or with the utilization of AR, mas malaki yung makukuha mong value ng future. Ng future value. Okay? So, yun. So, if you are going to compare and connect AR sa AD, okay, basahin natin to. It is seen now that the sum of these ARs plus the interest accumulating in a sinking fund annuity will generate 22,450. Specifically, the annual capital recovery cost will include the annual depreciation cost plus the annual interest cost on the principal. Okay? So, that's why yung AR natin is lagi siyang mas malaki. Bakit? Kasi itong 22,449.95 na to or $22,450 na to. So, ang nandyan na ay annual depreciation cost plus the annual interest cost on the principal. Nagets guys? Nagets? Kung ano yung gusto kong parating. Ibig sabihin sa AD guys, sa AD lang yung kasama. Yung capital at yung interest. Kasi dun, mapapansin nyo din naman, dun sa ginamit natin na formula. So, ano ba yung included sa ating AD? So, sa AD natin, meron tayong present value or future value. no? Meron tayong interest. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, in this part, in the annual depreciation cost, okay, ang meron lang dito is capital, no, and interest na mag-grow pa, no, in the future. Nagigets? But in the AR, okay, even though we don't see AD here, na wala naman tayong nakitang AD dito, wala tayong nakitang annual depreciation cost dito. We only see here is the capital and the interest. Tama? However, it generate a bigger amount na compared to AD. It is because the annual capital recovery cost, it includes the annual depreciation cost plus the annual interest cost on the principal. No? Okay? So that's why we can relate AD to AR by using this equation. Okay? So AR over AD is equal to, okay, that's equation 4.15 over equation 4.12. So ito yung 4.15 natin and ito yung ating 4.12. So ngayon, if atin siyang i-derive or atin siyang i-analyze, ito yung matitira. Okay, so mag-word tayo. Alam na natin. Oops, nasa yung pen ko. Wait lang guys, makati ka ng pen. And guys, tatandaan nyo kasi malay nyo, biglang in your finals pa na, meron tayong konting essay. For example, ang lumabas sa inyong finals ay compare the relationship of AR and AD, no? Malay mo, may lumabas na ganun, no? Ganun yung mga gusto ko makita explanation. Diga. So, yung iba kasi sa inyo guys, hindi ko sa nilalahat Okay? Hindi ko sa nilalahat. Nung nag-check ako ng mga essay, sobrang generic talaga ng mga pinagsasasabi. No? Like, okay, you choose the option. You choose the best option for you. Tapos yung explanation sobrang generic. Like, wala siyang ano, wala siyang connect doon sa tanong. No? I mean, hindi ko nakita yung analysis, hindi ko nakita yung evaluation. Okay. Pumili lang tapos kinami-kami lang yung essay pinahaba. Ano. So, binabasa ko yung lahat. No? Binabasa ko yung lahat, guys. No? So, doon ko kasi nakikita, guys, kung may natutunan ba talaga kayo. Okay? May natutunan ba talaga kayo? Ang ginagawa kasi lang nung iba is, di ba may tanong na. I-kopyahin yung tanong. No? Tapos isasagot. Sasagot, for example, ang tanong ay about doon sa rig na gagamitin. Na, yung mga nilatag ko na senaryo, kokopyahin lang, tapos pipiliin na yung sagot, tapos sabihin yun yung best na option. Kasi yun yung bagay doon sa senaryo. Pero hinahanap ko, bakit yun yung bagay? Na, paano siya naging bagay dun sa senaryo na yun? Bakit siya naging best fit? Okay? And yun yung hindi ko nakikita sa iba. Na, okay? So, napaka-generic ng sagot. Okay? So, yan sana, maiwasan yan sa finals na. Okay? Kung meron man tayong part ng comprehension. Okay? So, balik tayo dito. So, di ba, meron tayong AR over AD. So, may equation 4.15 tayo and 4.12. No? So, ito yung 4.15 natin. So, let's copy. No? So, meron tayong AR. So, pero guys, bait ko sa part na yun na even though ganun yung mga sagot, nagbigay pa rin ako ng points. Hindi pa barat yung bigay ko na points. Okay, so ating equation for AR, diga, that's P times interest times 1 plus interest raised to N no, over, oops, medyo pangit ako maganito. 1 plus interest raised to N minus 1. Diga, tapos over AD daw. Diga, ang AD naman natin, Burahin nga natin ito. Medyo pangit. Ang AD natin, di ba? Ang AD naman natin ay FO times interest over 1 plus interest raised to n minus 1. Diga, and as you can see, ano makakancel natin dyan? Okay, makakancel natin ay ito agad, yung nasa ilalim, di ba? Okay? Yung interest makakancel din. And, as you can see, diga, tinitreat natin yung principal value na equal sa future value. Diga, okay? So, makakancel din to. And ang matitira lang sa atin is itong part na to. Okay? So, we can compare or we can connect AR to AD. AR over AD is equal to 1 plus I raised to n. So that's why, in our module, makikita nyo, eto. Okay? Naintindihan ba, guys? So that's the relationship of AR and AD. No. So, ibig sabihin, guys, you can further analyze this formula and you can use this formula to find AR and AD. No. If may AD ka na, you can find the AD by using this formula. If you have hindi pala. If you have AR, you can use this formula to find AD. Teka, if you have AD or if you have AR, you can use this formula to find AR. Teka, lalaruin mo lang yung formula. So, ibig sabihin, no, pwede tayong mag-arrive na AR equals AD times 1 plus interest raised to n. Or, no, kung gusto mo naman hanapin yung AD, edi AD equals AR over 1 plus I raised to n. Or, pwedeng ito na yung gamitin mong formula, shift solve na lang. Alam ko na yan. Alam nyo na yan. For year na kayo. No? Okay? Kahit ano gamitin nyo, bahala kayo sa buhay. Okay? Therefore, AR equals AD. No? Times 1 plus I raised to n. So, for our example, okay, we have the value of AD. No? Okay? Our AD is 190.29. That's 1 plus 0.06, pinagsama na, naging 1.06 raised to 20. So, if you are going to calculate that, okay, 1.06 raised to 20, okay, so that's $610.29, which is same in this answer. No? Okay, so nagets ba, guys? So, pinaka-hint ko lagi, guys, sinabi ko na ito kahapon at kanina. Lagi mas malaki yung AR sa AD. Kasi part ng AR yung AD. Okay? Yung AD natin, okay, ulitin ko ulit. AD natin, ang kinoconsider lang natin doon is yung principal value and the interest. No? So, ibig sabihin siya ay parang compounded. No? Okay? On the other hand, AR, bakit siya mas malaki? It is because ang part ng AR is AD and the principal value and its interest. Tama? Okay? So, kaya siya nagge-generate ng mas malaking value. Okay? So, now, para mas maintindihan nyo pa, okay, ganito ang nangyayari sa ating replacement. Ganito yung nangyayari. No? Okay? Ito yung concept of capital recovery. No? Where N is 10 years, 20 to pala dapat, 20 to. Guys, typo to, gawin nyo na itong 20, kasi 20 nandito. Okay? And our interest is 0.06. As you can see, diba, sa present, we bought a small portable pump or we bought the equipment, $7,000. No? Okay? And if you are going to deposit yung 7,000 sa bank, in the future, sa loob ng 20 years, mag-generate siya ng 22,450. Tama? Okay. So, kaya may arrow tayo dito. Teka. Okay? Kung pwede pa nating isang explanation dito, yung ginawa natin, which is itong AD and AR. No? So, yung 7,000 natin, sa loob ng 20 years, every year, in order to recover this $7,000, you need to set aside 190.29 every year. Tama? Para lang ma-recover mo yung 7,000. Okay? Na-gets? Ganyan yung annual depreciation cost. Na, annual depreciation, bakit? Depreciation. No, yung pagde-depreciate ng equipment, hindi mo siya mapipigilan. Okay? Hindi siya napipigilan. Nagegets? So that's why you have to set aside this amount of money so that in the future you can recover this 7,000. No. And yung AR natin is 610. Yung AR naman natin, we should set aside $610 per year so that we can generate 22,450 in the future. Okay? Nagigets? So, yung 22,450 na yon in the future, no, that's a bigger amount. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, if ito yung ma-generate mo na value, no, mas malaki yung masesave mo, okay, may pambili ka pa ng another 7,000. So, ibig sabihin, may matitira kang 22,450 minus 7,000. Okay. May tira ka pang 15,000 per 50. No? Okay. Pero kailangan mo lang 7,000. E di yung another 15,000, okay, ikaw nang bahala dun kung anong gagawin mo. Teka, bakit tumubo ng ganun kalaki? It is because meron tayong interest. Na. Alam niyo naman yun, di ka? Ganun naman yung interest. Teka, ganun naman yung nangyayari pag may interest yung pera mas malaki siya. No? Okay, yung value niya today is much bigger in the future. It is because meron tayong interest. Teka. Okay, so naintindihan yung annual depreciation and capital recovery. No? Okay, yung AR. So ngayon, let's proceed with the calculation of capitalized cost of an asset to be replaced perpetually. Okay? So kung yung annuity natin is meron tayong years. No? Okay? May given the years. Okay? For example, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 18, 19. In perpetuity, hindi ko alam kung naaral nyo to nung engineering economics. Feel ko naaral nyo din to. Okay? Infinite years. So, ibig sabihin, in perpetuity, we are not aware na kung kailan matatapos or kung ilang taon mo kailangan mag-set aside ng money. Di mo alam kung anong taon matatapos yung binabayaran. No, that's perpetuity. Okay? So, we must define the term perpetuity. An annuity involves periodic payments made over a specified duration of n years. However, in perpetuity, the periodic payments continue indefinitely. Okay? To establish a perpetuity based on capitalized cost for equipment, we should have an accumulated amount of money K in order to provide funds for, first, the capital cost of the new equipment, CV. Okay? So, yun naman yung kinahalagahan na lagi itong kasama na kaya tayo lagi nagsiset aside ng money because we want to buy new equipment. Okay? Next, the capital investment fee, the present worth of the same asset, such that at the end of n years, this fee should have generated enough money for replacing the equipment perpetually to provide capital recovery. Itong CR po natin is capital recovery. New equipment natin is CV. Okay? So, meron lang ulit tayong mga derivation dito, guys. But, okay, kahit hindi nyo na to masyadong pansinin, ang gusto kong pukusan nyo is itong 4.20. No? Okay, ito yung derivation lang. No? Okay, hindi ko na ito papakita, guys. Kasi 7 na. Gusto ko kasi matapos na yung discussion natin hanggang equivalent so that in next week makakapag-presentation tayo. So, yan. substituting the value of P as given by equation 4.19 to 4.17 na capitalized cost K is given by equation 4.20. So ito po yung pinakakailangan nyo tandaan. K, capitalized cost, VS, salvage value. Okay, may salvage value na tayo guys. Plus CR, capital recovery. No. I, interest, N, useful life. No. Okay, and etc. So where CV, new equipment is equal to, ito yung new equipment na, CV, new equipment, is equal to CR, capital recovery plus BS. That is the cost of new equipment equals the replacement cost plus the salvage value. Diba? Tandaan nyo ba sa engineering economics, diba? Before we buy new equipment, we consider the salvage value. Yung salvage value, which is yun yung value ng inyong equipment after its useful life. Tama? Teka, example kung meron kang equipment, let's say portable pump, 20 years, ang salvage value niya is 2,000. No? Ipagbebenta mo yun. So, you are going to consider the salvage value which is 2,000, idadagdag mo siya sa capital recovery. Okay? To buy a new equipment, to buy a new portable pump. Understood? Teka. So, in determining what the value is at the present time for a perpetual series of annual payments in the future, the equipment capitalized costs of annual operating costs such as repairs and maintenance that must be paid in an indefinite number of periods in future in order to continue the given services is considered in this section. Okay? Indefinite number of periods. Ibig sabihin, we are not aware kung hanggang kailan mo babayaran yun. Ano? Okay, thus, if repairs and maintenance in an oil field costs $3,000 yearly on average. Okay? So, tandaan nyo ha, meron tayong formula na to, 4.20. Ngayon, i-introduce pa tayo ng another formula. Okay? Mag-i-introduce pa tayo ng another formula. So, let's read this. No? So, if repairs and maintenance in an oil field costs 3,000 yearly on average. So, 3,000 yearly on average daw. The capitalized cost of such continuous expenses at an interest rate of say 8% will be, okay, so in order to calculate the continuous expenses or yung kailangan mo bayaran, no, sa para ma-cover yung isang bagay na yun or isang equipment na yun, ito yung magiging computation natin. 300,000 divided by 0.08 kasi yun yung interest natin. So magge-generate yun ng $3,750,000. So this is the equivalent cost of a series of annual operating costs. So ibig sabihin guys, para daw hindi ka mamroblema, no? Or let's say paano ba siya sabihin ng mas maayos? Wait. Even though hindi mo daw alam kung hanggang kailan mo babayaran yung 300,000 na, okay? Kasi 'di ba perpetuity, indefinite number of periods, hindi mo alam kung hanggang kailan mo siya babayaran. Okay? Para daw hindi ka, okay, mamroblema kung hanggang kailan mo babayaran yung 300,000, kailangan mo daw magtabi ng $3,750,000. Para kahit hindi mo alam kung hanggang kailan mo babayaran yung $300,000 every year, mako-cover mo pa rin yung buong payment. Yun yung ibig sabihin doon. So, ibig sabihin, no, it is finding out how much money you would need today, no, to cover ongoing yearly expenses like repairs and maintenance forever. This means if you had $3,750,000 today and invested it at 8%, the interest would generate enough to pay that 300,000 yearly cost forever. No? So, naintindihan nyo ba guys? Yung ibig ko sabihin, na para mas Mas maganda pa yung naging explanation ko sa English, no? Okay? So, yun, ibig sabihin, kailangan mo ng halagang ito so that you can cover this forever. Okay? So, to generalize this approach, the capitalized cost in this case is defined as follows. So, ibig sabihin, if may yearly payments ka, right? If you have yearly maintenance, if you have yearly repairs, if you have annual operating expenses, okay, you have to consider this formula, okay? So, total annual operating expenses over average interest rate, okay? Which is, ito lang, AOE, okay? Kung nahabaan kayo dito, sulat nyo na lang is AOE, annual operating expenses over interest. So, if the capitalized cost of an asset involves annual operating expenses, then equation 4.20 should be rewritten in its general form as follows. So, you can see yung 4.20 natin, ito yon, dinagdagan lang natin ng annual operating expenses over interest. Nagets? So, ibig sabihin, you can use this formula if meron tayong AOE. And if wala tayong AOE, you can use this formula. Ito na lang yung gamitin mo. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, in this part, no, sa perpetuity, ang mahalagang formula ay ito and ito. Okay? 4.20 and 4.22. Okay, so now, let's have an example. Okay? So, management of an oil company is considering purchase of a bench scale reverse osmosis desalination unit. The installed cost of the unit is 12,000. Its lifetime is 10 years. And the salvage value is $2,000. Okay? So you have been asked to calculate the capitalized cost of the perpetual service of this unit, assuming that interest is compounded at 6% annually. So, okay? Nag-arrive tayo dito. Why? Okay. So guys, tandaan nyo, okay, ang magiging CR nyo dito is CV minus salvage value. Tama? Kasi indicated siya dito. Oh, ito yon. No, pag nilaro nyo to, CR equals of CV minus BS. Tama? Okay. So, if meron tayong salvage value, we need to consider that in our capital recovery. Okay? So, kaya kung makikita nyo, salvage value natin, that's given, 2,000 plus CR, that is 10,000. Kasi bakit? CR is equal to CV minus BS. We have 12,000 minus 2. That's 10. 1 plus 0.06. That's our interest. Raised to 10. That's our useful life. Over 1 plus 0.06 raised to 10 minus 1. And pag kinalculate nyo, okay, ito yung lalabas. 24,645 or 24,650 guys. Ito naman kasi is galing sa libro, galing sa book, which is sa library. No, sa library. Ang gawin nyo lang guys ay i-round up nyo lang na. Ganito yung lalabas dapat. Ito ay consider ka lang kasi meron tayo ditong diagram. Okay? So, yan. Calculate nyo lang na. Okay. Lalabas kasi sa inyo dyan ay 10,000. Ulit. 2,000 plus 10,000. 1.06. Diretso ko na. Raised to 10. Over 1.06 raised to 10 minus 1. Okay. Okay, 24,644. Gawin yung 24,645. Okay? So, yun. Yun yung capitalized cost niya. Actually, madali lang to. problem na to. No? So ngayon, meron tayong diagram dito. Explain lang natin. No? Ano ba yung nangyayari sa capitalized cost? No? Mahirap kasi na, okay, nagets mo, nakuha mo yung capitalized cost, pero hindi mo naman alam yung concept behind the capitalized cost. No? Okay? Paano siya nangyayari? Paano siya ina-apply in the replacement, no, of equipment. Okay? So mag-start tayo dito sa diagram. So, 'di ba, meron tayong capitalized cost which is yung 20,650 or yung itong 20,645. No? Okay? So, yun yung capitalized cost mo. Ngayon, you are going to buy a new machine for $12,000. So that's our step 1. No? You're going to buy a new machine na nakakahalaga ng 12,000. No? Okay? So ngayon, meron kang matitira kasi meron kang 24,650. Tama? Minus 12,000. May matitira ka na 12,650. Okay? So in our step 2, no, yung tira mong 12,650 is ide-deposit mo sa bank. Okay? So ide-deposit mo sa bank. So meron tayong interest given which is 6%. And meron tayong lifetime or useful life na 10 years. So ibig sabihin sa loob ng 10 years, okay, step 3, okay, you're going to distribute the money. So after 10 years, the money in the bank grows. Diba? And now, 22,650 is available for distribution. No? So, itong 22,650 na to, no, okay, galing yan sa iyong 12,650 sa loob ng 10 years na may interest ka na 0.06. So, sir, paano po nangyari yun? No? Paano nyo napalabas yung 22,650? No? You're just going to apply the formula of compounded interest. No? Apply mo yung formula na F is equal to P times 1 plus I raised to N. Yun yung i-apply mo, di ba? Yun naman kasi yung ginagamit sa bangko, di ka? Tama? Compounded interest, di ka? Kaya nalaki yung pera mo. No? Okay? Compounded. Ito lagi, tatandaan nyo. Mahalaga siya. No? So, let's try. 12,650 ups 1 plus 0.06 raised to 10. Diga, yan yung 22,650 nyo. 22,654 dito. Ginawa niya lang 650 dito. No. Okay? So ngayon, step 4, recycle nyo lang yung money. Diga, recycle to bank for investment after the last period. So, the money earned in the bank is reinvested back in the bank which will help generate more funds in the future. So, diga, 22,650 yung na-generate mo. Diga, ang kailangan mo lang naman is 10,000 for CR. Bakit? 'Di ba? 10,000 for capital recovery yung kailangan mo. So ibig sabihin 22,650. Okay, may tira ka uling 12,650 na. Okay? Which is same na nandito sa step 2. Diga, ang ano niya, 'di ba? Ang sakto niya, 'di ba? So magbabawas ka lang ulit ng 10,000 for capital recovery. Sir, bakit 10,000 lang? Eh, 'di ba? 12,000 nga yung bagong machine. No? Bakit 10,000 lang? Kasi meron ka pang ang salvage value na 2,000. No? Sinabi sa problem, we have salvage value of 2,000 after 10 years. So, capital recovery plus salvage value, that's our new equipment. CV is equal to CR plus VS. Okay? So, uulit ka na sa step 1 na makakabili ka na uli ng bagong machine, may natipid ka na 12,650 in the bank, invest mo uli sa bangko, deposit mo uli sa bangko, paikot ng paikot ng paikot, hanggang sa tumubo ng tumubo, repeat lang yung process. So, ibig sabihin, secure na every 10 years, meron kang bagong machine. And meron kang natipid na $12,650. So, hindi lang yun, kasi compounded siya, diga. Compounded yun eh. So, ibig sabihin, kung ilan yung naipon mo, dadagdag yun ang dadagdag. Hindi lang siya magiging term 650 in reality, di ba? Okay? Mas lalaki pa siya ng mas lalaki. Nagigets niyo yung process. Nagigets niyo yung process ng how capitalized cost applied in buying new equipment. Nagigets? Okay. So, ganun lang din yung sa annual recovery. So, ibig sabihin, annual recovery, annual depreciation, yung thought niya sa capitalized cost is parang same lang. No. Okay, same lang siya dito. Kung makikita nyo, yeah, same lang din siya dito. No. Okay? Paikot lang ng paikot lang ng paikot lang ng paikot. No. Okay? May natitipid ka, may naiipon ka, and at the same time, nakakabili ka ng bagong equipment. So that's how compounding interest work, no, in the oil and gas industry. No. Okay? That's how petroleum economics work. Okay? Naintindihan ba, guys? Okay. So ngayon, let's apply our knowledge. Let's apply our knowledge in interest, in annuity, in perpetuity, and gamitin natin sa topic na to, which is equivalence. No. So the understanding of equivalent values is significant for oil companies. The principle of equivalence is fundamental for the comparison of time value of money. Incomes and expenditures are associated with both time and amounts. Comparison of alternatives with the receipts and disbursements can be performed using equivalent results at a specific date. So, facilitating decision making. So, guys, in this topic, equivalence, okay, you are just going to think, no, of different equivalent methods, no, para masagot yung problem, no, okay. So, specifically, 3 factors are involved in the equivalence of sums of money. Of course, yung capital investment, P, the time, N, and the interest rate, I. No, yun naman yung lagi natin kino-consider, di ba? Kung mapapansin nyo, yung P or yung F, yung N, yung I, yan yung 3 factors na hindi lagi nawawala sa ating computation. Tama? Teka, kasi yun naman yung lagi natin kino-consider, yung time, yung value ng money, at yung interest. Teka, okay? So ngayon, in order for you to understand more what's equivalence, na, for example tayo, na, itong equivalence guys, if mabibigyan kayo ng ganito sa finance, ito yung mahirap na topic. Bakit? Kasi, for example, kailangan nyo mag-isip. For example, binigyan ko kayo sa finance equivalence. Ang sabi ko sa finance ay, yan, propose 4 different equivalent plans. So, kayo talaga yung mag-iisip ng 4 na plano. Okay? Kayo mag-iisip ng 4 na method na makakasagot dun sa problem na dapat, realistically, you can use that to solve the problem. Hindi lang basta kayo magbibigay ng solution na memo. Okay, so 4, isip lang ako ng 4. Pero yung naisip mo, for example, na 3, hindi naman siya applicable dun sa problem. So, mali yun. So, that's why, ito yung pinakamahirap na part dito. Ito yung pinakamahirap na topic dito sa part na to ng time value of money. Because you are going to think of different equivalent plans na realistically is applicable doon sa problem. Hindi ka lang basta magbibigay ng 4 na equivalent plan. Okay? So, let's have this example. So, ito na yung last example. And tapos na tayo sa chapter na to. Okay? Okay, so let's read this. So, a sum of $10,000. So, ito yung principal value mo is borrowed by a refining oil company. Propose 4 different equivalent plans of money repayments or money payments for this capital over a period of 10 years, assuming the interest rate is 6%. Okay, and as you can see, Nagbigay lang dito ng table. We have plan 1, plan 2, plan 3, and plan 4. Okay? Pero wala tayong computation. Okay? Wala tayong computation. So, paano nangyari yun? No? Paano nangyari to na, okay, plan 1 niya, 600, 600, 600, 600, 600. Then, in the 10th year, 10,600. So, paano siya nag-come up with that idea? Plan 2, 16, 15, 40, 1480, 1420, blah, 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 hanggang 1,060. So, how nag-come up sa ganitong plan? Plan 3 and plan 4. Paano nag-come up sa mga ganyang plan? Plan 3 and plan 4, madali lang to. Plan 2 at plan 1 lang yung medyo nakakalito dito. Na, paano to ginawa? So, explain natin isa-isa. Okay? Let's start with the plan 1. Wait lang ha. Akin muna itong oops, nangyayari ito. Akin lang itong iibuin. Break and trade. Yan. Okay. So, meron tayong plan 1, di ka? Okay, kung makikita nyo sa plan 1 natin, tingin kayo sa module nyo, meron tayong 600, 600, 600, 600, then sa 10,600 sa dulo. So, basahin natin to. As shown in table 1, plan 1 involves the annual payment of interest only 600 until the end. Okay? Tapos sa dulo, nagkameron siya ng 10,600. No. So, paano tayo dumating sa punto na ganito? Okay? So, una muna, itong 600 na to, okay? Itong 600 na to, na-calculate yan by using this formula. No? So, yung 10,000 lang natin is atin lang i-multiply sa 0.06 doon sa interest. Diba? So, maglalabas yan ng $600. Okay? So, ang gagawin ko nga pala guys, then sa finals nyo, if magkakaganito kayo na problem, ang gagawin ko is parang may mga part na missing. Okay? For example, sa part na to, ilalagay ko sa plan 1, 600 yung una, tapos ito yung missing. Ito yung missing. Ito yung kailangan nyo i-identify. Tapos magpo-provide kayo ng solution and explanation bakit ganun. For example, dito naman, sa plan 2. No, para hindi, yun na lang pala yung gagawin ko para medyo hindi kayo mahirapan or hindi na kayong kailangan mag-isip ng plan. Kailangan nyo na lang tapusin yung plan. Okay? For example, ito sa plan 2. Ang nawawala for example ay ito, at ito. So, kailangan nyo i-calculate ito, at ito. Based doon sa pattern. Nagigets? Nagigets ba guys? Na, okay. Tapos ito, yan, pwedeng ang mga mawala dito. Ito. Okay? Yan. Pwedeng ganyan yung gawin ko sa finals nyo if magkakaroon tayo ng equivalence na part. Okay? So, yan. Tandaan nyo yan ha, para hindi kayo malito. Okay. So, ngayon, balik tayo sa plan 1. Ngayon, gets na natin kung paano nakuha yung 600 until the 9th year. Ngayon, paano nakuha yung 10,600? Okay. Paano ito nakuha? Okay. So, ang ginawa dyan is gumamit siya ng balloon payment. Okay. Sir, ano yung balloon payment na tinatawag? So, ang ginamit yung formula dyan is itong formula na to, P is equal to annuity, which is ito yung annuity natin. No? Kasi yung binabayaran mo every year, di ka? Okay? Times 1 minus 1 plus interest raised to negative n over I plus B, ito yung balloon, times 1 plus I raised to negative 10. Okay? So, yan. Paki-ano na lang nito. Paki-screenshot na lang nito, guys, so that meron kayong formula for the balloon payment. No. Ngayon, ang hinahanap mo dito ay ito. Okay? In order to calculate that, okay, sum natin yung mga values. So, meron tayong P, which is 10,000, tama? Meron tayong annuity, which is 600. Meron tayong 1 minus 1 plus, interest po natin ay 0.06. Meron tayong 10 na N, 0.06. Plus, ito yung B, ito yung hinahanap natin. So, gawin natin siyang red para alam niyo siyang yung hinahanap. 1.06 raised to negative 10. So, ika-calculate nyo yan sa inyong calcu. Yung balloon nyo is 10,000. Malalabas dyan ay 10,000 equals, oops, sorry, 600, 1 minus 1 plus 0.06 raised to negative 10, 0.06 plus x times 1.06 raised to negative 10. Shift solve. Okay, lalabas is 10,000. So, ibig sabihin, yung balloon nyo na hinahanap is 10,000 plus yung 600 na annual payment nyo. Okay? So, that's why, yung 10th year nyo, year 10 nyo ay 10,600. Okay. So, yun. Ano? Yan yung plan 1. Okay, with the utilization of balloon payment. Okay? Plan 2. O, paano nangyari to? Okay, 1.6, naging 1.540, naging 1.480. So, plan 2 and 3 involve systematic reduction of the principal of the debt, $10,000. For plan 2, this is done by uniform repayment of principal 1,000 per year along with a diminishing interest. Okay? So, edi ang starting point pala natin dito is 1,000. Okay? So, itong plan 2 is decreasing payments over time. Tama? Okay? So, ngayon, balik tayo sa plan 2. Okay? Plan 2. Mag-i-start ka muna dyan, no? Okay? Sa 1,000. No? Teka, sabi yun daw po yung starting point natin. So, sa year 1 natin, okay, ilipin natin. Year 1, meron tayong $1,000. No? Okay? So, ngayon, saan galing yung 600? Yung 600, galing ulit yan sa 1,000 times 0.06. 10,000 pala. Sorry. So, ang makukuha natin dyan ay 10,000 times 0.06. Tiga, 600. $600. Ngayon, yun yung starting natin na 1.6. No? Year 1 equals 1.6. Ngayon, di ba, may 1,000 tayong starting. Okay? So, each year, the payment decreases by 60. Di ba? Yun yung nakalagay. Okay? So, ngayon, yung 1,000 na yan, itong year 1 natin, which is yung sinabi kanina na yun yung starting natin, ibabawas mo ngayon yan sa 10,000. Liga. So, magiging 9,000. Tama? Okay, ngayon, yung 9,000 na yan, okay, yun na yung magiging starting mo sa plan sa year 2. So, sa year 2, okay, year 2, meron ka na lang 9,000. Okay? Meron ka na lang 9,000. Ita-times mo sa 0.06. Okay? So, ano yan? Ano yung 0.06 na 9,000? 9,000, 0.06, 540. Nga, 540. Okay? Ngayon, meron ka ulit 1,000, di ka? Okay? So, yung 1,000 mo ngayon, laging 1,000 yung starting mo every year, tapos dadagdagan mo lang kung ano yung binabawas mo. So, 1,000 plus 540, 1,540. Okay? So, yun, ganun lang siya. Tapos, sunod ulit, 1,480, 1,420. No? So, para mas maintindihan, okay? So, sa year 1 nyo, meron kang loan amount na tinatawag. Loan amount na 10,000. Tama? Ngayon, may interest ka na 0.06. Tama? Starting payment mo, starting is 1,600. Ito yon. No? Okay, 1,000 plus 600. No? Okay? Ngayon, yung payment decrease mo is 60. Tama? Okay? So ngayon, yan yung year 1 nyo. Sa year 2 nyo, ulitin nyo lang ito. Okay. Medyo lang. Yan. Teka. Since nagawa na natin itong part na to, 10,000 minus 1,000, kasi 1,000 nga yung kailangan na ibawas every year, dahil 1,000 yung starting mo, ito magiging 9,000 na. Okay? Tapos, magiging payment mo, oops, buhay natin. Wala kanya nabubura.
Banana po, cheese, frozen.
Wait lang. Lolo ko na. Ayun, mabura. Yan.
Overwhelmed.
Okay. Year 2 mo, total payment mo na dito, total payment is 1,540. No. Okay. It is because galing siya dito sa 9,000 times 0.06, 540. No. Okay. So, ito naman, pag napasama yung mga ganitong type ng equivalent plan dun sa inyong tawag dito, dun sa inyong finals, ang gagawin nyo na lang naman dito is, for example, kung ganito yung binigay ko, tapos may mga missing na numbers or values, kailangan nyo lang gawin is i-compute nyo yung missing values na yun. No? Okay? Hindi nyo na kailangan isa-isahin computein to, ito. Yung 10, hindi na kailangan. Ang kailangan nyo lang gawin guys is ipakita nyo kung paano nyo i-compute yung missing values. Okay? So yun, ganun lang yung ginawa. So sa year 3, ganun lang din sa year 3. Diba? Okay, kasi ang matitira na sa iyo ngayong balance dyan sa year 3. Year 3, diba? 9,000 minus 1,000. 8,000. 8,000 times 0.06. Ano magiging sagot mo dyan? 8,000, 0.06, 480. Oops, 480. 1,000 plus 480.
Ano yung yung
148. Diga. Ganun lang. Ganun kadali itong plan 2. Okay? Kahit ito lang yung pakita yung computation, gets na. Okay na to. Na. Okay? Plan 3. Paano naman ginawa sa plan 3? So, sa plan 3, makikita natin, meron tayong annual payments. Na. Okay, meron tayong annual payments dito sa plan 3. So, paano kinuha yan, guys? Gagamitin nyo lang yung formula ng AR. No, gagamitin nyo lang yung formula ng AR. Okay? So, wait, dito tayo. Plan 3. Tingin tayo dito. Okay, so ano ba yung magagamit natin na annuity na may present value? Tingin lang kayo dito. Sa ating formula, nandito. Okay? Ito ba? Ito ba? Gagamitin? Okay? Or ito, hindi naman to pwede. Tiga. So, ito yung gagamitin nyo dyan. Kasi ito yung may present value. No? Kumbaga, finding A given P. No? Ito yung gagamitin nyo. No? So, copy-paste lang natin. Lagay ko lang siya dito. Nako, bababa pala siya. Hindi pala siya pwede. Kopyahin ko na lang. AR P I times 1 plus I raised to N 1 plus I raised to N minus 1. Yan, yun yung gagamitin yung formula. Oh. Sub nyo lang.
Bisa, di ko siya kung
10,000,
bisa niya.
0.06, 1.06 raised to 10,
Di pa sa
1.06 raised to 10 minus 1. Kaya generate natin yung 1359. Okay, nagets. Nagets yung plan 3, guys. Okay, last, plan 4. Madali lang to. Gagamitan mo lang to ng compounded interest na formula. Kita nyo naman, nasa dulo lang siya eh. Isang bagsakan. Kumbaga, ito yung kinash mo. Ito yung installment na tinatawag. Ito, tsaka ito, installment. Ito, isang bagsakan na cash. Gagamitin mo lang yung formula na plan 4. F equals P 1 plus I raised to N. Pwede.
Asa, saving ko lang.
I-debit pala to. N. Diga. So, 10,000. 1 plus 0.06 raised to 10. 17908. Or ito yun. So yun, ganun lang yung equivalence. So ibig sabihin yung equivalence ay in-apply nyo lang lahat na natutunan nyo sa interest, sa annuity, at sa perpetuity. Okay? And kung makakita man kayo ng ganito sa finals, huwag kayong mag-alala. Ang gagawin ko na for example ay magbibigay na lang ako ng table. Tapos, may mga missing values na lang. Okay, na kailangan nyong kuhanin. No? Ganun na lang pala gagawin ko para hindi nyo na kailangan mag-isip ng 4 equivalent plans or 2 equivalent plans, 3 equivalent plans. Ano? Kasi baka mamaya ang mangyari is ang ma-generate nyo ng mga plans ay hindi makatotohanan. Ano, mahirapan lang ako mag-check pala. Tsaka, mas maliit yung chance na makakuha kayo ng tamang sagot. Teka, siguro na lang yung gagawin ko. Mga missing values na lang. Kailangan yung isolve, kailangan yung patunayan. na part siya ng equivalent plan solution. Ano? Okay? So, yun. So, that's all for today. Okay? That's all for today. And I hope na may natutunan kayo, guys. No? So, next week, guys, ang gagawin natin ay before tayo mag-proceed sa next topic, magkakaroon muna tayo ng recitation. No? Para lang malaman ko if may natutunan ba kayo sa week na to. Ano? So, ganun ulit, dating gawin. So, kung sino yung makakasagot ng tama, siya yung makakuha ng points na diretso sa finals. And remember guys, 30% po yung inyong finals. No? So, kung pumasa man kayo ngayon sa midterms, okay, pumasa kayo sa midterms, tapos ang baba nyo sa finals, so may chance pa rin talaga na mag-removals kayo. Ano? Okay? So, okay mag-alala, hindi ako automatically nagbabagsak. Ano? May removals. May removals tayo. Okay? Pero isa lang yung removals. And then, doon na natin malalaman kung bagsak ka ba o hindi. Ano? Okay? So, yan. Thank you guys. No? And yan, pwede na kayo mag-leave. No? Okay? Pwede na kayo mag-leave. Be prepared na lang next week for our recitation. No? Okay?